Orlamar here with another Grand Arena video. Round 2 of this 3v3 season. Still trying to work out some kinks here, but Gorley is my opponent. Or Gowerly? I don't know. Pretty offensive, 1,000 wins, 234 defense. Kyber in Division 2, so he's not new to this division like I am. He's got a negotiator, runs it with 5s in the starting lineup, relic pilots for it, making sure he doesn't have malevolence as well. It's hard right now because you can't really scout to see what these people do as well in 3v3. I mean, you can see their last 3v3 rounds, but that was a few months ago when different characters were not probably on his roster. I did see some of his previous 3v3 and it was Shock T for clones instead of Gas, so Gas is new to 3v3 for him, so it's gonna really throw off all of his defensive teams that he uses. So we're gonna take a look at his roster. Got some good relics. 342 on his Darth Revan, that's some decent speed there. It's only 31 faster than mine. His Basila's 300, so fairly fast on Basila, but he's got decent speeds on the rest of his characters too. Nothing crazy. Like Thrawn is 281, 240 on his Vader. So reasonable speeds. Just nothing great other than that. Darth Revan was pretty awesome for speed, but yeah, just checking randomly how Jolie was modded, 212 speed. So again, nothing crazy. We put the Jimmy Scrambles patented Stunlock team along with the Newt Watt C-3PO team, Karth Old Republic, and some leftover droids that might steal some banners up top. And we really want this bottom line to hold. I put Darth Revan with Malik and Basila Sean Fallen. I put my Dooku team, and then I put my Padme team, the best defensive Padme team. So hoping that one of those gets a hold at least, because my teams back here are not good. They're pretty trashy. I put my Malevolence on defense as well as my Tarkin. Nope, I put Chimera with my Empire fleet this time, kind of switching it up. And up top, he's got a bunch of pretty good teams. Geos, Shock T, First Order, and Grievous. And then bottom, he puts Emperor Palpatine with Basila and Malik, so that's a little bit different. I mean, not different, I see a lot of people do it, but it makes it a whole lot easier to counter. I was a little bit worried about having to face that whole Darth Revan team. Having Darth Revan be 342 speed with Basila and Malik would be kind of a nightmare. Instead, I can just bring in General Skywalker and just pretty much I can use Ahsoka with him. I don't need to use one of my other clones. Makes it a pretty good 3v3 team. Ahsoka's not being used anywhere else because I used Padme already, but took out Palpatine. Maybe I shouldn't have done the AoE there. Who knows? But they don't have any AoEs to attack my guys, so that's kind of nice. This matchup would have been super easy if it weren't for the new... They fixed Malik's bug where he wasn't doing his force or his drain life ability as often. So now I know my big shot wasn't going to work. Thought about doing tenacity up. Didn't do it. Should have probably. We lost some banners for that, but Skywalker gets back up, so he gains some banners back. So 52. That team would not have worked against a Darth Revan lead for that team, just saying. So let's see. Since these Ewoks are in the front, I want to be conservative with them. So well, this isn't great for banners. I kind of need to do the Kira Nest team because Wicked's gear 12, so I don't trust my Nest to survive one hit from Wicket, and I just need to save the rest of my teams for back wall potential. 51 banners, not great, but I was kind of planning on that. This Basila team, I debated for quite a while on this because it's Basila with an R6 GK or R7 GK, I can't remember. And then a Gear 12 Jolie. So it's really a timeout team. I need to make sure I bring enough damage for it. But then I also can't, like, my characters that can do like one shots like Mando and Nihilus are too weak to face off against an R7 Kenobi like that. So I'm kind of stuck because they're not going to do a whole lot of damage, but they'll kill my Gear 8 characters is what I'm trying to say. So I settled on going with Geos. My Brood Alpha is Gear 12, and then I took Sunfac, which I normally wouldn't do here, but I wanted to make sure I had a Dispel so that I wouldn't keep getting counterattacked to death from GK. So then I ended up going after Jolie as soon as possible, because everybody else was going to revive. I try to avoid hitting him whenever he's got the Bastila battle meditation buff, which he doesn't seem to pretty frequently, and that's one of the problems here with his modding, I think, is that he has his Bastila faster than his Jolie, so that when Bastila takes her turn and gives battle meditation, Jolie goes pretty quickly after Bastila, so he doesn't get any of the benefits of the counterattacks from that battle meditation buff. So that's why I like to mod my Jolie to be just faster than my Bastila. See, he's got it there. We got 2 attacks though, so we were able to take him out before he counterattacked. Kind of got lucky there, but it didn't really matter in the long run. Now we want to go after Bastila, since Kenobi's just going to take forever, and if we keep attacking him with his battle meditation buff, he's just going to keep hitting us back. So we'll hit Bastila whenever we can, but whenever we crit her, then we have to go after Kenobi for a little bit. So it just takes a while to get through it. Big hit there from Spy, gets Bastila out, and then we'll just speed it up because Kenobi's really tanky, especially against these light hits from my Gear 11 Geos. So, but it gives us plenty of time to recuperate our health and protection. I think I was able to use Geo Brood Alpha's second special like 2 or 3 times. We've got a minute left in the match, and that should take him out. 54 banners. 4-minute match, but we got through it with just Geos, so pretty happy about it. Nothing special in the back. The best team back there is probably going to be the Karth Old Republic team, so we'll go back up front and start killing some of these. I think this Shock T team, I know I want to use CLS against it probably. Oh, just past them. There you go. So I want to take out Shock T right away so they just don't get retribution as much, and that was quick and easy. So we'll go after 5s. I could go after double kill on Echo, but decided to stun to avoid the AoE, and then of course he gets his AoE off just before we kill him, so we lose banners on everybody. So 51 banners, not good. Should have been a 54 banner win if I played it right, but whatever. I went into this GG matchup, not even realizing who was with GG, but it's Magna Guard, so I wasn't really sure what to do. I wanted to save my mark until Grievous comes out of stealth, but now I'm hitting Magna Guard enough that, I don't know, I almost fear taking him out too soon, but we'll spread debuffs, our buffs, and then we'll go after Grievous. I don't need to reduce his turn meter there, and stun wouldn't help. I used Jolie's revive there just to cleanse Yoda, because I thought it could get a little bit dicey if I don't keep getting turns with Yoda and spreading my buffs around. So, and I thought I can call assist with Jolie if I need to. So we got Grievous out of there. Now we're not really worried about the other 2 as much. We'll mark B1, spread the buffs, and slowly but surely take out B1 and see if we can get more banners back. This will heal Jedi Knight Revan back up. I need more attacks out of turn, but it's not going to happen. So 53 banners, that's all right. I've got Vader, so we'll just use him against Geos. They did put Sunfac in here, which is a little annoying because Sunfac's going to counter, and I don't have enough Geos to take out to be able to make sure that we don't get counterattacked. But it didn't matter. We still got 56 banners for it, full banners. So then we check back to make sure we don't have any feats to collect. We did get promoted, and these rewards in Division 2 are a lot better for promotions to different levels, so that's kind of nice. This Karth team is still here, so I think I can use... I don't know, I got a lot left. Against this First Order team, we'll use Emperor Palpatine, Grandmaster Thrawn, Grand Admiral Thrawn, sorry. Use Payet instead of Sith Marauder. Thought it would be kind of fun. Not really sure how to use him without Vader, but we'll put days on all of them. That's kind of nice because now they won't gain turn meter. And get some shock up so they won't heal. And these assists are kind of nice when Payet uses his basic. We'll shock. He does his AoE, but doesn't gain turn meter for it. Wow, we took out Kylo first. That's weird. I'm used to taking him out last. Get the 2-turn stun up. Get Daze back up. Put the inevitable failure back on Thrawn for more stacks. And it looks like we're going to take him out too quickly to recover all of our protection, especially with those assists. 53. Got it back on Thrawn and Palpatine at least. So. Then, let's see, what do we have? We've got droids, we've got clones, we've got bounty hunters, I think, or did I already use? I don't know. So we'll just take in some clones against this team. Called a Shakti for the assist to dispel, although Arc will dispel as well. So now let's get rid of mission, counterattack, recover some health and protection. Let's get rid of Karth, and I don't know if we'll recover anymore. So 53 banners, missing a little protection on one of them, it looks like. Now we've got to get some kills with some Mandalorian characters eventually. Or Mandalorian armor wearing characters, so we'll just take in Bosk and Boba and Jango. I've got plenty left for offense. I could go Mando, but I could use Mando again in a different team if I wanted to, so that would be kind of fun. But I probably won't end up doing it anyway. We'll just one-shot Hera with Jango. Jango's just ridiculous. Even at gear 11, he's kind of crazy. We'll hit Kanan so that we don't get the kill with Bosk. We do need just one more kill with Mando, or with a Mandalorian character. Again, I say Mandalorian character knowing that they just wear the armor, but that should do it. So that should get us our feat, which is kind of a cool feat. It's got a cool portrait associated with it. Not that I really care about portraits, but I do not have Aura Sing, so I could not do that feat this time. It was a feat for Aura Sing and Boba. Not gonna happen. So we'll take in some droids, some leaderless droids. Take out this Hux team. Hux doesn't have his Zeta, not that we care too much about turn meter, but B2 gains turn meter, but we don't really need it that much here since we completely overgear this team. 54 banners. And then our last team, we've got Basla and Ezra against some resistance hero bros. This team, if geared up well, can be tough, but when they're gear 8, gear 7, should be pretty easy matchup. 55. Then fleets, haven't taken a look at this yet. So he's got an Empire fleet with Tarkin, and then a Chimera fleet with bugs. I'm more worried about the bugs. I think his Geos were gear 12, and under Chimera they hit really hard because they do, I think it's an extra 50% crit damage. So that can be kind of problematic if I don't have the right fleet to take it out. So I'm gonna check on his Empire fleet because I want to take my rebels in against the Empire, but if he's got a really advanced TIE bomber, then if that comes in as a reinforcement, that could completely cripple my rebels, and I won't be able to do much about it. His is 5-star. It's level 85, but its abilities aren't maxed out. And the last level of the abilities is where the burning becomes undispellable to rebels. So I'm not too worried about his TIE bomber coming in. I think I should be able to finish them off pretty quickly to be able to not worry about it at all. But so we'll take in an undersized rebel fleet here, go after his TIE advanced so that we're not worried about target lock all the time. See if we can take it out with our first mass assist. Perfect. And now we'll go after TIE silencer cruise ship so that we're not constantly stunned. This team does a great job of recovering protection as well. So I've got 2 taunts, so I felt comfortable bringing in Phantom, especially with the stealth, and I can probably use a heal ability coming up too if I needed to, if they had an AoE, but just wanted to make sure I didn't get too short on my team. We'll heal up Biggs, we'll target lock, and that should heal up my Y-Wing. Got 67 banners. That frees up my negotiator to take on this Geo team. We'll just go 1 undersized. Could have probably gone a couple undersized because I don't think I'll need my reinforcements much. I do want to go after Spy first, but it's obviously not going to happen with Sunfac, his constant taunt. It's almost actually better to have like well, I shouldn't say that. I've never tried the Mace fleet against this, but I would have been able to put buff immunity on Soldier or Spy right away if I had Mace, because my Anakin wouldn't have buff immunity, or wouldn't have the buff before he takes a turn. So kind of an interesting thought. Not going to happen because I took a long time to get Negotiator, and now that I've got it, I'm going to use it. 63 banners. We get a full clear. We've got to wait for my opponent to attack, but we'll come back and see how he does later. Log back in with a few hours left in the attack period. Found my opponent had attacked. He one-shot all my teams up top. He took 2 attempts against my Darth Revan team, 3 attempts against my Padme team, one-shot my Dooku team. Then in the back, all my junk teams got 1 shot. No surprise there. And he took 2 attempts against my Malevolence. Barely cleared anything the first attempt. Cleared a lot more the second attempt, but then one-shot my Empire team. So get a win again. Go to 2-0 for 3v3.